Hey everyone, Couch Investor back with another video for you today. So we need to talk about the ARK Invest issue and as well with the Chamath SPACs addiction right now. I think the market is beginning to look a bit like a casino in Las Vegas. So we will address that in this video. Most of you probably know by now, I'm a huge admirer of Cathie Wood and ARK Invest. I obviously cover a lot of stocks that they hold in their ETFs as well. I think ARK's ETFs are a great investment, but there's a difference between doing some research and investing in something and just looking at what ARK is buying and buying whatever they're buying. So we'll discuss all of that in this video. I'm going to show you a couple of funny tweets as well. But before I do so, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, leave it an early thumbs up as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. It's also helping a good cause. So every like is very much appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's dive into this. Alright, first things first, let's make it clear. I'm not hating on anyone, not hating on Cathie Wood, ARK Invest or Chamath or any of the people in the tweets that I'm going to show later on. I'm just trying to put this message out there because right now the market really is going crazy. Every time ARK buys a little stock, an unknown stock or something that you've been holding for a long time, suddenly all of Twitter explodes and the next day the stock is up 20%. So we're going to talk about that. But first, let's talk about the big topic is that ARK Invest is not a small investment fund anymore. It's pretty big. Year to date, they actually surpassed BlackRock in total flow, which is a pretty big deal if you ask me. That means there is a lot of money going in, but might as well be that there's a lot of money going out. The more ETFs you buy from ARK, the more money they'll have to buy into other positions. Right, so first example I want to show you is a little company called NNOX. I have a pretty small position in that company. So January 17th, Brad tweeted starting January 22nd, add ARK Invest to the list of NNOX investors. Nice to see a fund like this seeing something they like in it. Thanks for sharing, Juna Lee. In which I replied, so we should expect a 30% jump on Tuesday, hashtag ARK Effect. That was all on January 17th. Obviously the market was closed on Monday, that's why I said Tuesday. But if you look at the graph, I might have missed it by a couple of percentage, but as you can see, the stock price has gone up significantly. Now, exhibit number 2 is a stock I've covered on this channel a couple of times, which is Fastly. I know the hype has died down, but recently it has come alive again because, well, Fastly probably might be doing better. Earnings are coming up. Maybe people are optimistic about the company, optimistic about the earnings. But again, we have the ARK effect going into play. Here, Mark tweets, oh my, ARK Invest bought Fastly. Here we go with a sheep GIF or GIF. I don't know how you pronounce it. You can't even explain in the comments because I will read both of your explanations the same way. Exhibit number 3 is probably a company not a lot of you know. It's called Skillz. And again, we can see the ARK Invest Cathie Wood effect. So on January 4th, HedgeMind tweets this, Skillz, Cathie Wood's ARK W initiated a new position. ARK's latest trades show it purchased 215,897 shares at $18 to $20 range. A good sign for a Skillz holder knowing you are now on the same side with someone who has so much capital at her disposal. Skillz up 10% in after hours already. But actually, as you can see, Skillz has actually gone up 21% the next day, which is pretty crazy if you ask me, just because ARK Invest and Cathie Wood have added Skillz. The stock has gone up 21% in one day. Now I understand a lot of people just don't have time to do the extra research going into some company. So maybe yes, you thought Skillz was an interesting company, but you didn't want to initiate any position because you weren't 100% sure. And by looking and seeing that ARK Invest is initiating a position, that might have convinced you that you are maybe doing the right thing. For that, I have another tweet here by Andreas. If you aren't following him on Twitter, I highly suggest you do. He's releasing some amazing content. So he's saying, can't really blame anyone for blindly following them and leaving their brain at the door, as it's working wonders so far. But keep in mind, even the best of the best have misses. For instance, Chamath was pushing Box as a 10x, didn't quite go that way. In which someone else replies, and this is very important, they are talented investors, no doubt, but at this point it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. They buy something, then the sheeply copy them, the price of the underlying equity rises, and everyone's left slapping each other's back. And he has a very, very good point. And if ARK continues to grow and grow, we will see this effect grow even bigger and bigger. Does that mean that I'm against people that are following ARK or listening to what Cathie Wood is saying? Not at all. I think ARK Invest is doing an amazing job. I think their ETFs are great for people that don't want to pick specific stock, but still want to get exposure to those hyper growth stocks. ARK's ETFs are great. She actually outperformed, I think, 98% of all fund managers last year, and I believe she will continue doing so in the years to come because she actually invests in super and hyper growth company, disruptive companies, something that other funds are not currently doing. Now, before I end this, I want to include Chamath in this discussion because he as well has had an effect on the market with all of his SPACs and pipes and whatnot. So here again, we have a Chamath tweet. I'm working on a new climate investment. It will be a pipe. It powers a lot of progress in an area that is very important to me, and they partner with some great companies to do it. One pager will be written and posted. Very excited to talk about it soon. That's January 19th, so 3 days ago. Yesterday he retweeted that, got it done, announcing tomorrow before market opens. So hopefully by now we all know what it is, but again, this is the same thing. Lots of people are buying his SPACs, IPOE, IPOF, D, Z, H. I don't even know how many SPACs this guy has, but in hope that this will become the next maybe Virgin Galactic, Open Door, Clover Health maybe. People are at this point just gambling, buying those SPACs and hoping they merge with a great company. I don't think that's the way to go. If you make money, great, but in the long run, you might get burned a couple of times, and that's not why we're here. Right, to conclude, both Chamath and Cathie, Ark Invest and Social Capital, both great investors and great investment funds, but these two should not really be the decisive factor for you to invest in a company or not. You should feel comfortable buying into a company regardless of what other people say. Just like Danny here says, same people always ask me why I'm holding Redfin, simply because ARK only owns Open and Zillow. You can't borrow conviction. He's 100% right. If you're convinced that your position is great, regardless of what others are holding, you should buy that. Same thing with Lemonade. If you ask me, a lot of people are not buying Lemonade because Cathie Wood and ARK are not buying Lemonade. I can show you a lot of other people that are buying Lemonade and recommending it. Doesn't mean that Cathie Wood is wrong, she's just not convinced. And that will be it for this video. Bit of a rant, but sometimes you need to say something. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this subject. You believe the market is a bit crazy right now? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you like these videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.